Leslie from the Alumni Office. It is my pleasure to welcome the 2020 recipient of the Alumni Outstanding Achievement Award, Blake Johnson, class of 1995. Hi, Blake.
Hi, how are you, Laura?
Great. Our first question, what foundational principles did you take from Webb that impact your professional life today?
Over the years, I've had a lot of time to kind of think about this and really chew on what I got from Webb and how it's impacted me in later life. The things that really contributed the most were the base, skill set and leadership, and really understanding on a greater context, not only just what, is smart or stupid, but fundamentally what is right or wrong. And, I've really kind of held on to that principle throughout the years, and creating value for everybody at all times has really been something that I think I learned early on in my teenage years and in high school, that Webb really instilled it with me.
That's great to hear. As a business leader and company founder many times over, how do you create and sustain a healthy and happy work environment for your team? And how has that changed over the last year?
It's a great question. One of the things I've always tried to focus on is being aligned with everybody in the organization. What's good for one is good for all, and what's bad for one is bad for all. A lot of entrepreneurs, leaders typically have different classes and treat people differently. One of the things I've always tried to institute within my businesses is this complete transparent hierarchy, to where everybody's on the same level. Despite if you're one of the people leading the company or you just started in the company, we've devised a really kind of unique way of going about that. So it promotes itself when everybody is focused on the same outcome, and there's really no shade in the organization, no time to rest. No, I always say we always get rid of the shade, where people can hide in the shade and take it easy or be out of the spotlight. We always try to really focus on highlighting everybody at all time, making the organization completely transparent, and having a common goal which we all are showing up every day early and striving for.
That's wonderful. I've known you for many years because you've been such an active alum in many different ways for the school. What drives you to stay involved with Webb and give back so generously as you have?
I have come from El Centro, California, which is a small agricultural farming town, and having that perspective, and had gone kind of getting reared in that school system, and really seeing that other side of how people can live, and to be truthful, it's not as attractive as some of the opportunities we all got presented with at the school at Webb. It really comes down to two base fundamentals: perspective and appreciation. I had El Centro, and I had the understanding of what it could be like if I wasn't at Webb, and then that created the appreciation for what that instilled. And I think it's something that it's easy to overlook. It's easy to participate in that system and really not understand what you've really truly been given. But it was one of these things. I think I was really fortunate on having been exposed and having spent a lot of time with people who don't have those opportunities, and people who are getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning to show up at work at 4 a.m. and work for minimum wage all day. And it doesn't take too much of that to realize that one's much better than the next, and Webb was always a vehicle for me to get out of that. And so I've always been deeply appreciative of the opportunities that it's afforded, that the education that it instills, and also where you can take those skill sets that you cultivate during those formidable years, which shouldn't be overlooked and shouldn't be squandered. But from my perspective on staying involved and giving back to the school, it's just simply been due to appreciation and really identifying that opportunity as such a pivotal point in my life, which I was able to leverage off of later. And without it, I'm scared of where it would have been.
Well, I know you've been a mentor to many young alumni through our Webb at Work program. You've hosted them at your companies over the years, and really been a wonderful mentor in helping them network and launch their own careers. And also, you've been a speaker at Sophomore Career Evening several times. And I just want to thank you for doing those things and being a wonderful role model and active alum. And my last question to you is, what advice do you have for today's students who are aspiring entrepreneurs?
Yeah, I think, being an entrepreneur is funny. I've often been asked what I do, and it's hard to sum up in one sentence because I've made a career of starting businesses from scratch. I conceptualize in my head it's something I think will work, and then I've been fortunate with a team that stuck with me of about 12 to 15 people over the years that man every base, and it makes it a lot easier to to accelerate these businesses when you have really trusted, capable people in it. But being an entrepreneur, most of the time, if you just look at it on a day-to-day basis, it's not fun, it's not pretty, it's not sexy, it's not romantic. And for the most part, it's one of these things you just have to show up every day and grind and really have that true grit and determination. And there's no clear roadmap to what you should be doing and where you should be going. Oftentimes what you imagine should be your path at the start is all the time wrong. Not often, but it's all the time wrong. And so now when I go into a new business and I'm thinking about something, I kind of have a funny rule of whatever I'm thinking is the right thing today is the only guaranteed thing that is absolutely incorrect. So to be flexible, to adapt, to be nimble is critical. And to ultimately, know that you need to climb the mountain. I'll also always say there's multiple paths up the mountain. It's just, there's not a single way. There's not a right way to do it. There's many right ways. And that the top of the mountain is not a peak. It's a big plateau that has space for a lot of people in it and a lot of individuals. And you can do it as a team, and it's easier as a team. So for those aspiring entrepreneurs, I would tell you that it's just, you got to start walking down the road, and it's okay not to know exactly, where the end destination is, but the key is to start walking. Problems are solved by moving forward. And, without that, and I see a lot of people, trying to figure out every single step along the path without knowing what the path is going to present itself with. And so, it's just most important to start and get going. And it's not sexy, it's not romantic. It doesn't look like it does in the movies, but you just gotta kind of jump in and start swimming. And it's okay not to know exactly what to do at every turn, or have that preconceived, or feel like you know every twist and turn along the path before you get going.
Those are great, candid remarks. And I know what a hard worker you are, and how brilliant and disruptive you are and creative you are with your thinking. And I just want to say congratulations. You've had a lot of success, and we're super proud to have you as a Webb alum. And um, we look forward to seeing you in that Webb one day soon.
Yes, I will. I'm always happy to get back to Webb. It's always refreshing to get back to the roots. Currently in Portofino, Italy, with the great view, but I'll always look forward to the next visit and to participate in any way I can. And such a wonderful community. It really does cultivate some really wonderful people that are unique in society. And as I've had, now multiple decades outside of that, that environment, it's hindsight's 2020, but it's been a really special part to be a part of the school, and play the part any way I can. And I thank you, and I thank the school, and for everything it's done for both me and my family.